Hello and welcome to The Big Story here on Magicbricks Now. I'm Krishna Kumar. Here's a look at all the big stories that we're tracking today. India celebrates her 68th Republic Day. The country's military might, cultural diversity on full display at Rajpath. In Bengaluru, the government is set to put a leash on pet owners, and soon dog lovers will have to get a license to own a dog. The government could also put curbs on the number and size of dogs per apartment. In Tamil Nadu, a section of trader organizations wage a war against international beverages, threaten to pull Coke and Pepsi off shop shelves. Let's get straight to it then. Some bad news for dog lovers in the city of Bengaluru. If you're a dog lover living in an apartment in the city, you may not be allowed to keep a large dog anymore. The civic body, BBMP, or the Brihat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, has sent out a set of draft guidelines for approval, putting restrictions on the number and kind of pets that people are permitted to keep at home. My colleague Shrija gets us more details from Bengaluru in this report. Take a look.
They say a dog is a man's best friend, and if you are a dog lover living in an apartment in Bengaluru, you may not be allowed to keep a large dog anymore. In fact, the BBMP's Animal Husbandry Department has drafted rules putting restrictions on the number and the kind of pets people are permitted to keep in an apartment and in an independent house. In fact, what we know is that according to the draft rules, only one dog is allowed in an apartment and only 3 dogs are allowed in an independent house. In fact, the Husbandry Department has sent the draft rules to Bengaluru Brihat Mahanagara Palike for approval and has listed a set of dog breeds like German Shepherd, English Mastiff, Alaskan Golden Retriever and Rottweiler and Great Danes and Saint Bernard as large animals and cannot be kept in an apartment buildings, and owners will have to procure a license and register their dogs with the BBMP. Anand, the director of Animal Husbandry Department, said that the pets will not be given the vaccination if they are not licensed and registered. Hence, pet owners will have to register them. However, this proposal has irked many pet owners in the city. What they allege is that the BBMP has failed to control the population of the strays. In Bengaluru, Shrija for Magicbricks Now.
Actually, to compulsory licensing is required because if we do not license it, it creates nuisance to the neighbors and public, as well as it is not a code of conduct, like that. We are introducing a new concept. It is there everywhere, but it is not there in the BBMP Bangalore city. Now we are going to introduce the pet dog license in a newly owned.
Okay, so how are you going to implement?
We have sent a proposal to the government. We have made resolutions from the council and made some bylaws. As it is, we have sent to the government. The government has to issue a notification. Still, it is under the consideration of the government.
But how are you going to make sure that all the dogs, will be coming under?
See, our veterinary doctors in the zones are there. Even from the government doctors are there. They are going to verify whether the dog is licensed or not. If it is not licensed, we will give issue notice to them to do the license.
So what is the reason behind regulating the dogs in the city? The reason
actually, it is a nuisance to the other publics also, no?
Where's our freedom of life if people think if the BBMP decides to do that? The point is, I have 3 dogs in my apartment and they're all very good. You've seen the house. Is it dirty? Is it smelly? Is anybody bothering about it? And as far as the Government of India rules are concerned, they say that nobody can pass a rule like that. The point is, if dog bites have increased, people who own dogs and keep them, those dogs don't bite anybody. It's the dog bites have increased because people throw stones at the stray dogs. People like us, I've taken 3 stray dogs and 3 stray dogs are in my house now. So I'm helping out so that people, and there are lots of people like me who are adopting the strays. So if the BBMP comes with a rule like this, it's crazy.
it's kind of infringing on your privacy and your private life, what you want to do. If you can afford to keep it, you should be able to keep it. BBMP should actually concentrate on the animal birth control and, you know, the anti-rabies vaccine program. The breeders, they definitely need licenses. And even pet dogs, if they bring in that pet dogs need to get license, pet owners are willing to take this license.
You can look after your puppy. It's up to it's the owner who has to look after the dog. I mean, that's their decision whether they want to keep 1, 2, 3, 5, 10. That's their thing. So I don't think, but the registration should be done.
As long as it doesn't come and harm anyone, and if you're able to manage your dog, 1 dog or 10 dogs, if you can manage it, it's not a nuisance to the people around you, then it's fine.
It's not right, because will you ever pass a rule that 1 child, 1 house? Because dogs are almost like children to people, and you can't say that you just have 1 dog and 1 house.
Even I love dogs, but I can't keep with me. But what they're doing, BBMP, is not correct.
When it comes to license, people who are breeding these street dogs and all will have a problem, so which should not be implemented. But whereas again, restricting is again another problem, because we hardly see people having pets these days. I think there should be certain rules that govern the movement of the pets and how their conduct should be, but it shouldn't govern the number of pets that should be allowed in the house.
There is, we have not set such proposals. No such formal proposal has been this one. During the last 9 months. If there is any such proposal has gone, it was before 9 months. We will just look into it. It has also come to my notice.
Okay, why do you think so? It needs a proposal like that should be
no, I can't comment on that. Just whatever is being discussed, unless until specific proposal comes, then only we can look into it. And of course, whatever we do, it will be with the full taking citizens into confidence only. These things will be done.
Is it because of the dog bites, or do you think?
No, not the dog bites. We don't have that cases of dog bites. Whatever is the Supreme Court verdict and the Government of India norms, guidelines in this regard, we are following those guidelines.
Keeping it with dogs, a shocking case of cruelty from Mumbai, where a stray dog was brutally killed inside a housing complex in Goregaon area. Some construction laborers hit the dog with bamboo sticks repeatedly. The entire violence was captured by a CCTV camera installed in the complex. The main accused has been nabbed by the police as well. Take a look at this report.
A 39-year-old construction worker, Kishan Bhagwat, was arrested by the Goregaon police on Monday, that is 23rd of January 2017, for brutally beating up a stray dog with bamboo sticks, and he has been captured on the CCTV camera doing this act along with his other co-workers. Today I am currently present here at the Girgam Chapati, where there are a number of animal lovers and activists present here who are here against such heinous acts of crime that happen against animals, and they are demanding that this act, this animal cruelty act, need to be made non-bailable, which is still now bailable. A lot of animal activists as well as the complainants in this Goregaon case have told us that despite their complaints and despite various cases that have come up in the past as well, not much has been done against the such offenders who actually make and do such offences against animals, as they go out and they go out free in open once these cases are done. They are also demanding that stringent law should be made against such offenders who are caught, and they should not be let go of that easily. This is Richa Sharma for Magicbricks Now.
तो मैंने देखा कि एक बिल्डिंग के कंपाउंड में बहुत से लोग ने एक कुत्ते को घेरा है, तो मैंने देखा कि 3 बंदे थे, उनके हाथ में रॉड थी, मतलब बैम्बूज एंड ऑल। तो फिर मैं वहाँ पे देख रहा था, तो सडनली एक बंदा वहाँ से आया और उसने कुत्ते के सर पे जोर से बम्बू से मार दिया। तो कुत्ता वहीं पे तड़पने लगा लिटरली। तो मैं देख नहीं पाया, मैंने वहाँ पे रोकने की कोशिश की, तो वहाँ के लोग मतलब मेरे पे आ रहे थे कि ये कुत्ता पागल है समथिंग करके। मतलब कुत्ता पागल नहीं था, वो लोग नशे में थे और दे आर डूइंग मस्ती विथ डॉग्स कि इसको मारना ही है ये। फिर मैंने इमीडिएट पुलिस को कॉल किया, 100 नंबर पे नंबर लगा, विदिन 10 मिनट्स में पुलिस आई।
हम लोग पुलिस वाले को और कोर्ट को रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि अगर इसको बेल ना मिले वो बेटर रहेगा। और पुलिस वालों को हमारी रिक्वेस्ट है कि जल्द से जल्द उसकी चार्जशीट फाइल करे, तो उसको बेल मिलनी बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगी।
वो सभी लोग अनपढ़ आदमी, गंवार आदमी गोरेगांव के जैसे नहीं थे। वो पढ़े लिखे वकील, डॉक्टर ऐसे लोग थे, बिजनेसमैन, जिनको हिंदुस्तान के संविधान का भी मालूम है, एनिमल राइट्स का भी मालूम है। वो लोग जब राइट्स तोड़ते हैं या संविधान का उल्लंघन करते हैं तो वो देशद्रोही हैं। वो कभी भी भारतवासी नहीं हो सकते जो देश का संविधान का सम्मान नहीं करते। इसके लिए मैं हर साल अपने गणतंत्र दिवस के दिन मैं नाटक का सीरीज़ करती हूँ। ये मेरा 8वां साल है और इस बार मैंने कोशिश की कि मैं ये एक चेन बनाकर इनके साथ ये प्यार जनता को दिखाऊं और आप मीडिया को समझाऊं कि प्लीज़ हमारी बात हर जनमानस को पहुँचाओ।
वी एनिमल पीपल वर्क सो हार्ड. There are so much brutality going on the animals. They are getting killed. Different kind of harassment is going on, and the killing is the biggest offense what they do to the animal. We do a lot of hard work. We go to the police. We file the FIR. We do everything. Finally, this culprit they get arrested. But immediately, because these offences are, non-bailable offence, so immediately they get the bail and they come out.
Shifting focus away from that, Coke and Pepsi could go off shop shelves in Chennai and other cities in the state of Tamil Nadu starting the 1st of March. A section of Tamil Nadu trader organizations have asked their members to stop selling these popular soft drinks made by multinational companies. Now, this is in protest against the alleged exploitation of groundwater by these companies in many parts of the state. Take a look at this ground report.
Well, there are multiple reasons for this decision by the traders body. In fact, they have been campaigning for this for a very long time. In fact, there have been several groups, environment activists, they have been campaigning against international companies like Coke and Pepsi here in Tamil Nadu. But what has happened is the campaign did not gain momentum. It did not catch the attention of the common man. But what happened at the Marina Beach and elsewhere in Tamil Nadu, this particular campaign had gained momentum and people were supporting, and there was overwhelming support from the crowd whenever the speakers had something to say about Pepsi or Coke or such international brands. And that's the reason why the traders union now has taken a decision to go ahead and implement this decision. From March 1, they will not be selling Coke and Pepsi in their respective outlets, and this is a decision that they want to be implemented across Tamil Nadu. And in fact, there has been a series of campaign that has been launched across the state, and they will be distributing pamphlets, and clearly a multi-pronged attack against international organizations is being planned by traders, and several activists too have joined this protest. And also the decision that has been taken by the traders body is being applauded by several groups, several activists, and there seems to be some kind of coordinated efforts towards this particular campaign. And what we also do understand is that at some point in time, if the campaign gains momentum, there will be pressure on the Tamil Nadu government to do something about it. And also there are certain outlets here in Tamil Nadu, in certain districts of Tamil Nadu, where Pepsi has their own manufacturing unit and Coke has their own manufacturing unit. So perhaps there will be pressure on that as well to try and shut down those manufacturing units in Tamil Nadu. So the traders feel and the general activists, they feel that such international brands, such international companies are the people who are supporting organizations like PETA, who are working against the Tamil culture according to them. So that seems to have worked. So that's the kind of campaign that was carried out in Tamil Nadu for the past few weeks, and now it has taken a shape. And now it's the process of implementing this particular campaign has started, and we will have to wait and see how it goes on, because there seems to be some kind of support from the political parties as well, because if this is a larger opinion, if this is the popular opinion, then the political parties will also support this campaign.
Soft drinks, as we all know, are loaded with sugar. They do not have practically any kind of nutrition. And overconsumption of such products can lead to lifestyle diseases such as obesity, hypertension, diabetes, and so on. Even it can lead to cancer. over a period of time, we have been creating awareness amongst consumers and trying to educate them about the ill effects of such products. We, as a consumer rights organization, we are also recommending to the authorities, we are also appealing them to, from time to time, to create certain laws and regulations which can force the manufacturers on changing the formulation of these products, that so much of sugar, so much of several chemical additives are there in that. So kind of change the formulation of these products and go towards creating healthier alternatives.
ஏற்கனவே 1998ஆம் ஆண்டே இந்த பெப்சி கோக்கை எதிர்த்து நாங்கள் கடுமையாக போராடினோம். ஆனால் அந்த வேளையில் மக்கள் மத்தியிலே ஒரு ஆர்வம் இல்லை, எங்களுக்கு ஒத்துழைப்பு தர வாய்ப்பில்லாமல் சூழல் இருந்தது. ஆகவேதான் தமிழ்நாடு வணிகத்துறை பேரமைப்பு சமீபத்திலே ஜல்லிக்கட்டு போராட்டத்திற்காக மாணவர்கள், லட்சோப மாணவர்கள், கோடிக்கணக்கான குடும்ப உறுப்பினர்கள், பெரியவர்கள், தாய்மார்கள், இளைஞர்கள், அனைத்து தரப்பு மக்களும் பெப்சி கோக் குளிர்பானத்தை நாங்கள் எடுக்க மாட்டோம், கையில் தொட மாட்டோம் என்று கீழே ஊற்றி அவர்கள் போராடிய காட்சியை பார்க்கின்ற பொழுது நாம் மனதிலே தூங்கியிருந்த எழுந்திருச்சு நின்று ஒரு ஆர்வத்தை தந்தது.
Moving on from hashtag Kolaveri, but staying with Chennai, the State Human Rights Commission offices have been flooded with complaints alleging brutality in the Monday clampdown on pro-Jallikattu protesters by the police. My colleague Shweta gets us more details on that front from Chennai in this report. Take a look.
The State Human Rights Commission has received 1,300 complaints over the phone and 600 complaints over the mail, all alleging that the police have accused the pro-Jallikattu protesters across the state. We are learning this information from a senior official in State Human Rights Commission in Chennai. Over the past 2 days, they have been receiving a lot of complaints, not only from Chennai, but complaints are pouring in also from other parts of Tamil Nadu, including Salem, Coimbatore and Alanganallur. A senior official from SHRC has informed us that they have been receiving complaints primarily from students, youngsters and others who are aiding the protesters. Also, non-governmental organizations have provided a helping hand. In fact, now the SHRC is registering complaints, following which they'll pass it on to the investigation department of their office, in turn who will send it to the DG Police, who will hold further inquiries. In Chennai, Shweta for Magicbricks Now.
Moving away from that, a major mishap was averted near Mumbai on Tuesday night. A 380-kilogram iron bar was laid across the rail track near Mumbai. Alert motorman halted the Goa-Mumbai train 30 meters from the obstacle, saving nearly 700 lives. The sabotage angle on the story is not yet ruled out in this incident. Take a look at this ground report.
Near Agasan village here in Diva, along these tracks somewhere, was a heavy piece of metal around 380 kilograms that was discovered by the locomotive driver Harendra Kumar when the Goa-Mumbai Jan Shatabdi Express was crossing over. Because of his alertness, an entire accident which could have affected 700 people was averted, and the railway is actually investigating this in several angles. One of the angles, of course, is because this was very close to the Republic Day and there have been various terror scares with respect to derailments, and if at all the train had hit the metal piece, because at that time in the night the visibility was low, the train could have derailed, is what we are being told by the railway sources, despite the fact that the train was actually on a very low speed. But there is also the other angle that this entire Diva stretch has also seen a lot of agitations by commuters and other antisocial elements because of certain grievances that people here have with the railways with respect to the frequency of trains. So that is something that they are also exploring. And the third angle, of course, is whether these could be robbers who were trying to rob in the train and then stop it and get off at this particular point of time. So these three angles are right now being investigated by the railways, and the railway commissioner Niket Kaushik has said that all of the angles will be investigated, and terror is of course one of the major angles with respect to the derailments that have been happening frequently of late.
Now, with barely a week to go for the Union Budget 2017, activists and NGOs working in the social sector got together to lobby and put forth their demands. Listen to what they hope to hear in the Budget 2017 speech, especially with regards to health and education.
We want universalization of access to free medicines, definitely, and to see that all staff, doctors, nurses, paramedics are available as per the IPHS standards, Indian Public Health Standards, which the government has established. So all staff should be available. There are vacancies of up to 70% for specialists in public hospitals. So that needs to be changed. Otherwise, how will the credibility of the public system improve?
All the governments and all the parties and all their election manifestos have always claimed that they will give 6% of GDP to education, with 3.5% for elementary education. And we hope that they can at least keep this promise. But our basic expectation is that right to education should be recognized for children from the age of 0 to 18. And that is still that demand is met, we will have to raise our voice.
I think almost 80% of the people are in the outsourced job and contract job. And as per the Supreme Court judgment, if all these outsourced people get the permanent wage, if all this contract system is abolished, then I think definitely government will go away in a big way to help the people as well as economy, because these are the people who need the helping hand from the budget, and that's why abolition of the contract system, contract labor, and outsourced people should be confirmed. So in the government sector, in the non-government sector, wherever the government is there, and even in the private sector, all these jobs which have been lost, it should come back to the people. Then they will get a big relief. And I think there should be a 20% minimum contribution of the GDP for the social sectors, like 3,000 rupees pension for the farmers, and there should be enhancement of gratuity for the workers, and there should be incentive in the PF and also the public dates where the senior citizens should benefit.
Now, in a one-of-a-kind move, Bengaluru's civic body, the BBMP, which has been tired of Bengalurians littering everywhere, has finally decided to give the onus of cleaning garbage in the city to ex-servicemen. The civic body will be submitting a proposal to the government by the end of this month, and the reason behind roping in marshals is aimed at enforcing garbage discipline in the IT capital. My colleague Shrija gets us more details in this report. Listen in.
Tired of keeping a constant eye on littering around the city, the BBMP will soon be roping ex-servicemen to check on habitual offenders. The marshals will be enforcing garbage discipline in the city and will be given the authority to penalize the garbage offenders. In fact, the civic body is planning to hire as many as 200 ex-servicemen as marshals for garbage management, and each of these ex-servicemen will be posted on 128 wards, and they will be paid rupees 25,000. If the proposal by Bengaluru Mahanagarapalikha is accepted by the state government, then the city will have a marshal-style garbage management system. In Bengaluru, Shrija for Magicbricks Now.
This is a proposal, what is known as the cleanup marshals. And we have placed this proposal before the standing committee of the council, and which has been approved last week, and we'll be placing this for the approval of the council. The idea is like this: we'll be engaging one cleanup marshal for every ward, that is 198 wards, and above them there will be some senior officers, and all this marshals, basically they are the retired ex-servicemen, and we have been talking to the state Sainik Welfare Board to spare their services, and accordingly they have given us a proposal. This ex-servicemen or cleanup marshals will be on duty in the early hours of the morning, from morning 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and then again in the night from morning 7 to 12 or 8 to 12. Their job is to see that to find whoever does this littering on the roads. And we will give them the power to fine. When these penalties are imposed, we think that the littering will come down.
ಈಗ BBMP ಇಂದ ಎಕ್ಸ್-ಆರ್ಮಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಗಾರ್ಬೇಜ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಆರ್ಮಿಯವರು ಈಗ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಜಾಬು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಬಂದು ಈಗಿನ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಆರ್ಮಿಯವ್ರು ಬಂದು 100% ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನೋಡಿ, ಅವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫೈನು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರಾಪರಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮಿಡ್ ನೈಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ 10 ಗಂಟೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು 100% ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆದ ಸಿಟಿಸನ್ ಯಾವುದೇ ಆದ ಈ ಥರ ತಪ್ಪುಗಳು, ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಎಸೆಯೋದು ಇಂಥದ್ದಿದೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೈನು ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ಫೈನ್ ಹಾಕಲೇಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು, ನಮ್ಮ कर्नाटकನ ನೀಟಾಗಿಡೋದು ತುಂಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು.
जो अभी एक सर्विसमैन को जो लिया जा रहा है वो बहुत अच्छा काम है, क्योंकि जो फौज में जो काम कर रहा है उनका लोकेशन आप देखा होगा, हर हमेशा स्वच्छ रहता है. आप चाहे तो अभी भी वेरीफाई कर सकता है हर जगह पर, जैसा एनएसजी है, जो भी रेजिमेंटल में है, उनका लोकेशन बहुत साफ सुथरा रहता है.
And with that, it's a wrap here on this edition of The Big Story on Magicbricks Now. Thank you so much for watching. This is Krishna Kumar signing off, and we leave you with some breathtaking visuals as the nation celebrates its 68th Republic Day.
You can watch live TV on our website mpnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at magicbricksnow. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.